Well, hello, all of you lovely listeners, and welcome back to a little bit of fan friction as brought to
Ooh.
you by we, the hosts of the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
So, in case you have not been paying attention, we have done a slew of former fan fiction reads. Some we have done on the podcast proper, others we have done exclusively here on the Tubes of You. For instance, we had a little trek into the Potterverse when we discovered My Immortal, which was absolutely ghastly and a
Riveting.
bastardization of a really great franchise.
Created
And
by
then
a monster.
Indeed. We then went a little further down, but we sort of brought Jesus into our lives with the Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. And then we let H.P. Lovecraft give us a little bit of the craft of love in Crazy, Stupid, Insane Love.
It was tentacly and good.
There was a noodly appendage that once touched us.
Quab, yes.
And how?
But now we are waiting to sort of find the next great fit, the next fantastic fanfic. And so what we're doing in the interim is we're diving into some random nonsense. And I am a very vocal proponent of a website called 27b/6, where a gentleman who is a graphic designer by trade, named David Thorne, will troll individuals in his life, his colleagues, co-workers, his son's teachers, any number of folks. And so in honor of John and all of his trolling exploits throughout the
you.
webs, I figured you would enjoy these. And so we're going to give you a little soupçon, a taste of what Mr. Thorne does on today's episode. So this one is entitled Missing Missy, and it will feature the glorious talents of Miss Courtney and myself. And John, do you have a preamble you would like to give for Courtney's sake for the rest of the world here?
Oh, yeah, I guess we're kind of back to this. Raise your hand, or rather, Courtney, are you a voice actor by trade? Do you get paid
Ouch.
for your voice?
What? Me?
Called out.
No.
Shane,
Ooh.
have you been paid for voice acting work
So many
before?
times. I'm a dirty, dirty mouth sex worker.
YouTube
Perfect.
friendly.
Yeah.
I have
the-
prostatonsils is what I'm saying. It's fun.
The fun of doing the fanfic reads from episode 1 onward is that a majority of us don't do cold reads, and that's exactly what these are. Or cold reads, throwing on silly voices and just having fun with it. Shane just happened to be blessed with a scrumptious voice. But
Which
otherwise,
Courtney's sister is very fond of.
apparently and allegedly.
Ooh-wee.
And thank you.
Hold on, can you hold that
Eyebrows,
gaze for
eyebrows.
another 5 to 6 seconds?
Eyebrows, 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 eyebrows. Ooh.
All right, then we're done.
Do I make you Randy?
No, I'm Shane. All right, moving on. So,
Yep.
preambles aside, we're going to dive in, and John is going to be helping us out because we have a little bit of pictorial references, but I will give you a finger point of doom when we're prepared for that.
Finger me, daddy.
Threaten me with a good time. So, Mr. Thorne usually has a preamble before he gets into the exchanges, which these are just emails back and forth that he's basically copied and pasted onto his site. So, I'm not a big fan of cats. I don't hate them, but if I visit your house, I don't want to pet your cat, sit on the couch where it's been, or have you make me a sandwich after patting it. I didn't want that sandwich anyway. The Maxwell House instant coffee was bad enough, and when you smelled the milk to see if it was still okay despite being a week past its due date, I saw your nose touch the carton. I actually rescued a cat once. I was walking across a bridge over a river that was in flood when I heard mewing and saw a frantic cat being pulled along a raging torrent. I picked up a fairly hefty branch and threw it over the rail to where the cat was. I didn't see the cat after that, but I'm pretty sure it would have climbed on and ridden the branch over to the next set of rapids and waterfall to safety. And now, we start. This is from Shannon to David.
Hi. I opened the screen door yesterday and my cat got out and has been missing since then. So I was wondering if you were not too busy. Could you make a poster for me? It has to be A4 and I will photocopy it and put it around my suburb this afternoon. This is the only photo of her I have. She answers to the name Missy and is black and white and about 8 months old. Missing on Harper Street and my phone number. Thanks, Shan.
And John, this is the photo included for Missy. Ain't she adorbs? All right. Oh, my scroll game is so bad right now. This is from David to Shannon. Dear Shannon, that is shocking news. Luckily, I was sitting down when I read your email and not halfway up a ladder or tree. How are you holding up? I'm surprised you managed to attend work at all with thinking about Missy out there cold, frightened, and alone, possibly lying on the side of the road, her back legs squashed by a vehicle calling out, Shannon, where are you? Although I have 2 clients expecting complete work this afternoon, will, of course, drop everything and do whatever it takes to facilitate the speedy return of Missy. Regards, David. From
Yeah.
Shannon, from Shannon to David.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I know you don't like cats, but I'm really worried about mine. I have to leave at 1 p.m. today.
From David to Shannon. Dear Shannon, I never said I don't like cats. Once, having been invited to a party, I went clothes shopping and bought a pair of expensive G-Star boots. They were 2 sizes too small, but I wanted them so badly, I figured I could just wear them without socks and cut my toenails really short. I lost all feeling in my feet and stumbled into a guy named Steven, spilling Malibu and Coke onto his white Wham! Choose Life t-shirt, and he punched me. An hour or so after the incident, Steven sat down in a chair already occupied by a cat. The surprised cat clawed and snarled, causing Steven to leap out of the chair, slip on a rug, and strike his forehead onto the corner of a speaker, resulting in a 2-inch open gash. In its shock, the cat also defecated, leaving Steven with a wet brown stain down the back of his beige cargo pants. I liked that cat. Attached, poster as requested. Regards, David. So the glorious
Beautiful.
Missing Misty film poster,
A
complete
Shannon
with credits,
production.
and then little Missy down in the corner there. From Shannon to David.
Yeah, that's not what I was looking for at all. It looks like a movie, and how come the photo of Missy is so small?
From David to Shannon. Dear Shannon, it's a design thing. The cat is lost in the negative space. Regards, David. From Shannon to David.
That's just stupid. Can you do it properly, please? I'm extremely emotional over this and was up all night in tears. You seem to think it's funny. Can you make the photo bigger, please, and fix the text and do it in color, please? Thanks.
From David to Shannon, which we might not necessarily need since we have 2 separate voices here. I'll probably we'll go back
Yeah,
and forth there.
yeah, it's fine.
Dear Shannon, having worked with designers for a few years now, I would have assumed you understood, despite our vague suggestions otherwise. We do not welcome constructive criticism. I don't come downstairs and tell you how to send text messages, log on to Facebook, and look out of the window. I'm willing, however, to overlook this faux pas, as you are no doubt preoccupied with thoughts of Missy attempting to make her way home across a busy intersection, or being trapped in a drain as it slowly fills with water. I spent 3 days down a well once. That was just for fun. I have amended and attached the poster, as per your instructions. Regards, David. I just love an epic Shannon production.
I like the extremely emotional. I was in tears.
Also love that the cat is, barely in the picture, which is
It's perfect.
it just gets so much better. Okay, moving on.
And then also the detail of it saying June 20th on there.
Uh-huh.
It's perfect. This is worse than the other one. Can you make it so it shows the whole photo of Missy and delete the stupid text that says missing Missy off of it? I just want it to say lost.
Next email is just a picture.
It's so funny.
The first time I read this, I died when I got to this part of the screen. Like, I could not compose myself for a
That's
moment
amazing.
after that. And back to Shannon.
Yeah, can you do the poster or not? I just want a photo and the word lost and the telephone number and when and where she was lost and her name. Not like a movie poster or anything stupid. I have to leave early today. If it was your cat, I would help you. Thanks.
Dear Shannon, I don't have a cat. I once agreed to look after a friend's cat for a week, but after he dropped it off at my apartment and explained the concept of kitty litter, I kept the cat in a cardboard box in the shed and forgot about it. If I wanted to feed something and clean feces, I wouldn't have put my mother in that home after her stroke. A week later, when my friend came to collect his cat, I pretended I wasn't home and I mailed the box back to him. Apparently, I failed to put enough stamps on the package and he had to collect it from the post office and pay $18. He still goes on about that sometimes. People really need to learn to let go. Please find the attached amended version of your poster as per your detailed instructions.
Hey. This is malicious compliance. I love it.
Oh. That's not my cat. Where did you get that picture from? That cat is orange. I gave you a photo of my cat.
Shannon, I know, but that one is cute. As Missy has quite possibly met any one of several violent ends, it's possible you might get a better cat out of this. If anybody calls and says, I haven't seen your orange cat, but I did find a black and white one with its hind legs run over by a car. Do you want it? You can politely decline and save yourself a costly veterinarian bill. I know someone who has a basset hound that had its hind legs removed after an accident, and it had to walk around with one of those little buggies with wheels. If it had been my dog, I would have asked for all of its legs to be removed and replaced with wheels. I could charge neighborhood kids for rides and enter it in races. If I did the same with a horse, I could drive it to work. I'd call it Steven. Regards, David.
Please just use the photo I gave you.
And now the next.
I didn't say there was a reward. I don't have $2,000. Why did you even put that there? Apart from that, it's perfect. Can you please remove the reward bit? Thanks, Shan.
Next photo.
Can you just please take the reward bit off altogether? I have to leave in 10 minutes and I still have to make photocopies of it.
And the next.
I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Fine, that will have to do.
Oh, so much fun.
That was lovely. That was absolutely marvelous.
They are good times. Granted, normally this is something it's fun to just sort of scroll through and check out, but I enjoyed this so much I felt like we would all have a little fun delving in. So thank you all for going down the rabbit hole with me, and I hope that you all listening enjoyed this as well. And so please keep checking back. We'll have a few more of these waiting for you the next time you crack the cover on a wonderful Wednesday installment here of Disinformed Fan-Friction. So for this installment, I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
Thank you all for being here, and please keep an eye out for Missy.